and welcome to our war recap. You may notice that I am not actually the voice of Cypher, it's actually Morgoth here, and basically as Cypher's taken on organising all our arranged wars and potlucks and such, the baton has been passed to me, but kudos to him for putting all that work in for us. We were pretty lucky with this matchup. We randomly matched against Chaos Hammer. You might know them, all their sister clan, FOUR TH10, who's got Mrs. Jake in it. Anyway, a pretty top-notch war clan. We had a pretty sick war against them too. We beat them by 3 stars. It was quite close. They claimed that it was lucky as we had Danny as the Town Hall 11, but really they had higher heroes than us across the board, so it was pretty even to be honest. We had a few nice 3 stars on a couple of 10s as well, as you were about to see. Anyway, to the first attack, Danny on Rasul. We're seeing it again this mass bowler, but it works. See the 3 stars. So he opens out with a tiny little queen walk and some minions to funnel in on the right hand side of the base. Actually uses a couple of bowlers to funnel there at the bottom at 6 o'clock, and he throws straight down a Chinese wall of bowlers with the Barbarian King and the Grand Warden. So he pretty much throws in everything that King kill squad there. It's a nice funnel with the Queen as well, so she actually rejoins the main pack there. He deals with the CC nice and quick. Down goes that first jump, and then rages the bowlers, pretty standard. Tactical freeze just on that Inferno there, nice. All according to plan. Second rage, and that other jump is down as well. And it's all clean sailing from there. I felt that he could have done that freeze a tiny bit earlier, but what do I know? He did get the 3 stars, so... After here, it's just clean up shmeem up. Doesn't even use the poisons at all. So yeah, nice one. Still got those wizards that he can just take care of it with. Nice and easy attack from Danny. Doesn't even swag the poisons, which he definitely could have done. But yeah, you just see those bowlers folding around on the top left-hand side. Even uses those wall bakers to distract, which he really did not need to do. Anyway, yeah, good job from Danny. We're only going to show one of the Town Hall 11 attacks, so we throw it a bit more across the board. And just take care of that last one. There you go, all done. Nice. So, for the next attack, I think we are going to see Chase take on Solomon in an epic biblical battle. No. Here we're going to see almost a mass bowler, but it's more like a warped Goho, HGHB with a lot more bowlers. He's basically exchanged some of the giants for bowlers, but this attack's pretty similar. Bowlers on the outside corners to funnel a bit. And then he just throws the main pack down the centre with both heroes. You know, rage it, jump it, get rid of the CC, nice and easy with the dual jump as well. It's a shame about those healers and like bowlers on the left, but you know what, they die pretty quickly, so they just come and rejoin the main pack anyway. Then yeah, he rages right in the centre, takes care of all of that DPS, and that tasty little freeze down right there. And it's easy from there on in. He's still got those 4 hogs and the Queen. But now you'll see that because of those walls, and unfortunately that giant bomb, everyone just gets a little bit stuck. So you see the Queen and bowlers get stuck on the top. These bowlers are going to get stuck just on the bottom hand, just cleaning things up a bit, and it gets a bit slow from here. But he holds on to the ability for the Queen, which he should have, so perfect timing. And he holds on to those hogs, which is exactly what he needs to, just at the opportune moment for things to come down. This was quite lucky at the end, I thought. But again, he got the 3 stars, so, you know, who am I to judge? It worked. 3 stars is 3 stars. So yeah, just speed it up now, right for the end. Those healers on those bowlers worked an absolute treat, because if they weren't there, it would have all gone tits up, to be honest. But he got the 3, so onwards. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of attacks here. I think we've got 7 or 8, because you know what, there were some pretty sound attacks across the board. Don't know what he was doing, checking out Schwan, and then he just comes straight out of it. But I don't think any Schwan cared. Yeah. So we'll scroll down to see another tasty attack. This is Ardy attacking Casey Masterpiece. He's attacking 4 up, and notice the hero difference here. It's 2026 to 2930. That's quite a difference. There's another big differences later on. So here was strongly executed from Powerbang's new vid, although I think it was actually done before that video came out. You know, you saw it here first. He cracks the 2 golems down and uses the baby dragons on and wizards on each corner. Quite nice, just to clean up each pathway. Throws the main pack down with some wall breakers, and in come the Bowlies. Takes the CC out, but with that jump there and the poison down, you know, they're taken care of pretty damn quick. And if you think about it, this base was pretty, you know, perfect for the Go Bolo, because it had all those 3 air defenses all cooped up quite close together. Even the 4th one, which they're just getting to now, you know, they're all right next to each other. So, you know, those loons are going to make quick work of everything that's left. Only actually, what, 3 wizard towers and 3 archer towers and 1 wizard tower left. Like, it's a piece of cake. Look at this. It's just a bit overpowered, isn't it? Especially on this base. Destroyed the base entirely. Still got 4 loons and the queen ability to go. I think he swags that. I mean, you might as well. He absolutely nailed that. So, great job, Ardy. That was a pretty sick attack. Next, we see Abby taking on Deast. Abby's one of our new guys, but he's quickly establishing himself as a big name, solid lad, 3-star prime base. So this one he goes in straight in for an air attack. It's perfect for an air attack. Like, you see how well he's planned it. Those golems are just going to walk through the right hand of that base and take care of those air defences. He plans it perfectly. He's a very good planner, this guy. So he throws the golems and queens down to take over the first 2. Puts that subtle little jump over, and it's a piece of cake, really. He's very, very nicely, what's the word? Funneling, yeah. Sorry, I'm not good today. He's funneling with those wizards on the side. Takes care of the CC in no time. Here, just make sure you watch the queen, because the queen has a nice little venture in this next bit. Whilst the golems are going off, just watch what his queen does. So she goes, takes care of a bit of stuff on that side, and then she decides to take on his queen. You know, it's a 6 level difference. And then the other queen walks off. So now just look at the bottom, but keep an eye on that queen at the top. So the hounds are coming in, the loons are coming in, but look, she's taking on the queen again, and he just rages it right at the right time. Look at that tiny amount of health there. Absolutely nothing. But he got it, I mean, very well timed. It was a bit ballsy leaving it till then. He puts the hounds in, perfectly soaking up all the damage. You know, perfect attack from here on in. All those loons are going to take care of everything. He only needed, you know, 1 haste there on them to take care of the last air defense. So it's nice and easy. That's how you bomb a base. Sweet job, Ali. You know, absolutely nailed this one. I can't quite remember what he does with these last 3 loons. But yeah, it's a bit slow from here on. Now he's done the rest. I'm not a big fan of these air attacks because, you know, although they work and stuff, you need to make sure you definitely bring, like he has, just some clean up from the bottom half, because often you can get those loons which don't travel very fast. They can get stuck on the other side of the base, and then you end up clearing all the defences, but not the whole base, and you want that 3-star. So yeah, he did a sound job here. Perfect job. Nice one. Next we have got Tukute on Kim Forest. This is another fairly new member. You know, welcome. He's also nailing it, so we've had a pretty good intake quite recently. He wrecked his way through. This is your standard Go Boho. We are seeing these bowlers becoming a staple of like every decent attack. But, see, I'm not quite sure what he did here, if this was planned or not. I don't think it was planned because it doesn't look like a cleanup. So those Teslas have lured those giants right round the side, which is not what he wanted. So I'm pretty sure he wanted it to go in through that wizard tower there. But now, what ends up happening is they just start creeping their way around. It's a very sneaky base design from Kim Forest. You know, it's exactly what he wants to happen, and he did that very, very sneakily. But actually, he managed to recover so well. I don't know if it was planned or not, but the pack comes down the side and actually enters, as you'll see now with the bowlers, just at the top left. And then, you know what? It works a treat. And he's actually got half the base cleared as well, so intentional or not, it works a dream. I'm not sure if he gets rid of that hound or not, but either way, it's not going to be a big problem. He starts hogging in down the side, maybe a little bit too early before the defences have started being focused on other things. But actually, you know what? The Barbarian King's tanking for it, so it is quite well timed. Bounces all the pups away. Those bowlers are being taken care of. They're getting rid of everything. And then just slowly bring a couple more hogs here and there, just as he needs them. He's not wasting them all in one go. So, you know what? Fantastic recovery. I'm sure that, you know what, like that must not have been planned. He didn't know those Teslas were coming up. So the troops fight their way around, and all done. Just like that. Great job. Although that Barbarian King was being a bit of an arse on the side. Equally, he takes care of it. Nice little queen. And there you go, all done. Great job, mate. Next is Midas on Phil C. This was another pretty sweet air attack. But look at those three defences just across the top, all cooped together. He phases his way in very nicely here with golems and clears all the edges of those with wizards. But I mean, those air defences are just asking to get taken away. I thought if he had put bowlers in here, he could have potentially gotten rid of all three, and then he'd have two hounds and all those loons for all that. But actually, since he's got those hounds, it still works absolutely fine with the troop composition he's got. So he gets the kill squad in, get rid of that CC. He absolutely destroys it. That's not a problem. He managed just to destroy those top two air defences. I thought he could have got more with that, but it's fine. And now he just starts phasing in with his air troops. Yeah, see the hound goes in there, loons behind it. Clever jump on that corner there to make sure that the queen would get rid of his queen. Unfortunately, his Barbarian King died a little bit off that, but obviously she's going to go take care of that. Not a problem at all. Also, notice the hero defense here. He had 12-15, and if they had 30-30, what a difference! What a great attack to actually get a 3-star in it. He absolutely nailed it. What's essential here are the right placements of those rage and haste spells. Exactly the right timing. That haste just there on that corner, so he can get those loons down and get rid of that air defense right when he needs to. If you go back to the golems, they're just tanking a little bit for his queen at the moment. So, and she just goes down. But you know what? He managed to get a bit of damage in there. He's still got two loons left, and really not much left. The other archer tower is focused on that golemite, even though it's about to go. But yeah, absolutely nothing left now. All he's got to do is wait for those loons for a little bit of clean up on this side. Bob's your uncle. Absolutely sorted. He nailed it again with what a 18-50 with a 33 level difference in heroes. I mean, that's pretty substantial. Great attack, mate. Next, we have got a little dip in the map. We've got Jake coming on down. I think we were having issues with this base, but here you go. Jake cleans Ermac a bit. I think there was just a bit of issues with the base, or it was one of the bases left uncleaned, but we don't normally dip too much. Sometimes we have. I think we need to work a bit on our Town Hall 9s at the moment, me included, to be honest. I need to crack up on my 3-star skills. But he just cracks it in. Some really great funneling going on here with the queens and baby dragons. The queen he decides to take a walk down the left-hand side of the base, which is very clever. You see what happens later on. He just goes for Mass Valk right down the middle of the base. The baby drags, I think he used perfectly here. The right defences all around the outside, and they just did a perfect job of the funneling. Puts that jump down. That hound is not needed to get rid of at all. Like you'll see, it just flies around. You don't really need to bother out with the Mass Valk army. If you cheekily look down right now, that Archer Queen is going to take care of his. Look at that. And rage at the perfect moment. And she's gone. And she's going to continue to take out that bottom of the base, which is absolutely sound. It's what he needs. Because he now starts bringing the hogs in. maybe a little bit early when they're not too focused on other stuff. But it does work. It does work. And little queen's gone on a tasty adventure. But he does, I think, use the hogs here to save the attack because the Valks get stuck on that wall at the top. And he doesn't get left with that many hogs left. All he's got is 2 poison. No more spells. But he has got both hero abilities, so he is in a pretty sound position. He's just got maybe that Tesla and cannon could cause a problem because there's only 4 hogs left. But then, one healer, what a save! Focuses on those hogs, which is probably the save they needed right there. Otherwise, it might not have worked. But from then on in, because it went on, clean sailing. So, 3-star again. Solid job, guys. That little hound just following behind. What a useless CC. So, I think Cypher was having a field day here. There's a ton of attacks in, but they were also good. So now Hoff takes on GG Pop Bernaz. GG, what a name. It's one of these dead centre bases. Now this is a fun attack, like 5 golems. I love these attacks where you just go on and take out the compartments. Look at that, 3 jumps. These are always an absolute treat. So he throws the golems in down the bottom. Starts cleaning up just a little bit of the outsides with those wizards. Nice and quiet, nice and easy start to it. Nothing too intense just yet. I think he gets a little bit stuck on this hound though, because he lets these 2 golems die out, which is a bit sad, because that's 60 space that kind of just doesn't go to waste because it takes out the bottom of this compartment, which had all those Teslas in it. But like everything just kind of stagnates a little bit at this point in the attack on that hound, and I think he maybe could have put, a wizard or 2 more just to help get rid of it a little bit quicker. But then time wasn't really an issue here, so come and go. Anyway, he does a stand-up clean-up in the south. That has been taken care of. But what actually ends up happening is a very, very nice funnel for the bottom half of the base. See, now he gets the golem in at the top, and he actually follows the bowlers in right behind it with those wall breakers, then the bowlers. And the bottom half of the base is going to get completely taken out with the queen and the golem there, absolutely tanking for it. So then what actually you get is a third of the base cleared, with the bowlers going a very direct path across that top half. They're not going to go in the middle because there's nothing to take in there. So they're actually going to follow it around very, very nicely in a circle, which will work perfectly fine. So it's a sick funnel for the bowlers. He just throws them in, puts that jump there so they can jump right over. Still got a jump and a rage left, so it's all to play for. He has got a bit too many wall breakers though. I don't know why he's still got 8 left. He could have potentially put some other really good stuff instead of that. Maybe some two more wizards to help clean up. But, I guess it is useful to get the golems in. Anyway, he comes round to this last section now, and once again, it's all clean up from here. Although that double giant bomb absolutely destroys those 2 bowlers, he does have to rely on his queen a bit. This one was a bit lucky, I remember, actually. So you see it speed it up now. That golem just jumps to the corner there and ends up tanking for the queen and the bowlers on the other side, which is lucky as hell. It makes up for the double giant bomb, but it is lucky as hell because if that didn't happen, it potentially could have all died out. But anyway, got the 3-star, absolutely nailed it. Now for our last attack, I think right at the bottom end, we go in for Ellie Loves Tim on their number 30, I think, yeah. And here we see just a very, very nice, very nicely thought out Mass Valk. It's just, absolute textbook. Nothing went wrong with this. It's just absolutely sound. Throws the quad quake down and uses the wizards to clean the side. The golems go down. Once it's just a little bit clear, I do like seeing all those wizards in one big line. Throws the wall bakers down when their defense is distracted on both sides. And then, Bob's your uncle, heroes in, Valks in. Let's see them destroy this base. It's a very early 10 to do it on as well. No expos, but about same level queens. Kings are around the same level, so it's pretty much the same, attack, defense level, just no expos. He keeps some hogs in the CC, which was a very nice touch, I thought, actually. He managed to get rid of all those pups, but because these hogs in the CC, he actually managed to take out the bottom half of the base quite nicely when all the defences are distracted. It's very well timed, because those Valks just get a bit sidetracked to there, and a bit lost on that corner. Yeah, see, I'm not a big fan of how that went on the south bit, but you know what? Because of that hill that he saved for those hogs in our compartment that he uses right there, he managed to save the attack. Because all those troops are, taking care of the right-hand side, just had a bit too much damage per second on his right part left, so it was essential that he kept that hill. But he did it, so absolutely nailed it. Tickety-boo from here on in. Fantastic war, Chaos Hammer. Cheers for the sick fight. If you want a rematch sometime, we're absolutely game for it. We will thrash you again. No, seriously though, really fun war. Over and out. Cheers.